I was confused all night after that. I kept asking myself a question: why didn't I go all the way? And the answer I got was simple: you're trained to limit yourself. Isn't it amazing that you buy a car that can travel 150 miles per hour, 180 miles per hour, and then the same country that sells the car to you puts up a sign, 50. No, you never thought about that. That's the problem. Yeah, see, Ford Motor Company makes the car to make 180, and then they make sure you only can travel 50. Society is designed to make sure you never become a leader. And that's why for you to become a leader in your workplace, you're going to have to break away from the traditions. Now, I want to warn you, when you decide to break the speed limit, all your enemies will wake up in the office. Every critic that you thought was your friend will suddenly come alive. Because people don't want you to leave them in their nothingness. You can't lead from behind. I never forget, one day I was up in South Dakota speaking at a church. Big meeting in the middle of this field where all these farms are. And they took me into town. I'd never seen so many, milk farms. And I saw a whole herd of cows, going down the side of the road on the field. And I noticed that there was no one leading, just kind of a bunch of cows, cows kind of walking. And they were all behind each, the ones behind. And I realized that the guys behind, all they saw was hips. Anyhow, y'all are slow. See, what a way to live life, just seeing somebody's rump. But you see, we love to see rumps. Because when you see somebody's rump, you don't have to think. That's why sheep are not leaders. They follow the sheep hips in front of them. But when you're out front, ain't no hip to follow. You got to design your course. And that takes boldness and risk. It takes all kinds of challenging commitment to decide where you want to go in life out front. Please write this down. Having the leadership spirit means that you are naturally created to lead. But the mentality is what wakes it up. And here I am at age 13, hiding in the bush. Some of you in this room look just like that. You are powerful, but they got you in the bush. The social environment is just making you afraid to come out and take what's yours in life. I put it to you this way. There was a story of a man. His name was Caleb. Caleb was the man in the bush until he ran into his creator and his mentality was changed. And here's what Moses said, what God said to Caleb. Caleb and Joshua were the only two guys in the Bible who went to the dream that God gave the whole country. Everybody else died in the desert. And you remember Moses told a story. The story is about Moses. He told the 12 tribes to choose a leader. He took the leader and sent the 12 leaders into the land that they were going to check it out. And the text says that when they went into the land to check out the land that was already theirs according to promise, they all came back, and 10 of them told Moses that the land they saw had big giants in them. And then they also told Moses that we were like grasshoppers in their eyes. Now, they never talked to the giants to find out if that's what the giants thought about them. Let me say that slow. You missed that. They went into the land to check it out. It was already theirs. They saw some people in the land. They came back and told Moses, the people are like giants. And then they said, and we are like grasshoppers in their eyes. How did they know that? You are the way you see yourself. Do you think you're a grasshopper? The elephant actually thinks it's a meal for a cat. It was their thinking that made them not go into the land. However, Caleb and Joshua came, and Caleb and Joshua said, Moses, don't believe them. We are well able to take the land. The people, oh, they're nothing. We can knock them off. The farms, matter of fact, then they said, the farms are beautiful. The grapes are big. I mean, all the cattle, man. Hey, Mo, let's go get them. The attitude was different. And here's God's response to Caleb and Joshua. He says, because my servant Caleb has a what? Different spirit, small s means attitude, and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him into the land. In other words, the only difference between the 2 and the 10 was attitude. They saw the same thing, they saw the same people, they saw the same land, but their perceptions were different based on their belief system. That's what makes a leader a leader. The mindset of a leader is what changes his attitude toward life and himself. Write this down. Caleb possessed the spirit of leadership, which is attitude. He was not a man that was bigger than them or stronger. His thinking was different. And that was the only distinguishing factor that the Creator said made the difference. Read that verse again. He says the only difference was their spirit was different. And the word there means attitude. It's a small s. Now, mentality can do that to you. Look at that beast. Isn't that a proud-looking creature? I mean, no fear, just peaceful. That's how I am. No problem. I don't feel like eating right now. Say, all of y'all are lucky, he says. The spirit of leadership refers to attitudes, mentality, and mindset. And it is required for leadership. Therefore, without the spirit of leadership, the leadership spirit remains dormant. And this is a very important point as we bring this wonderful day to a close. The spirit of leadership is necessary for the leadership spirit to come forth. And that's been the key to all great leaders. And sometimes that spirit comes forth under pressure. Many leaders in history are products of circumstances that force them to think differently. That's what makes them emerge as leaders. So having the spirit of leadership means that you understand and demonstrate the mindset of a leader. All right, let me quickly, forgive me for moving so fast because I got a lot to finish here. I want you to write this list down as quickly as you possibly can. I got too much stuff for you, all right? I know. I'm loaded, man. I'm loaded. Okay. The spirit of leadership is a mindset. It dictates your motivation. It is revealed in your response to your environment. The spirit of leadership is a perception of yourself and the world. How do you see the world? The spirit of leadership is your convictions that regulate your thoughts about yourself and people. The spirit of leadership is your personal, private philosophy of life. How you think about life and yourself. The spirit of leadership is your thoughts about oneself.